All right, good morning. So one thing that I noticed from yesterday as you guys were working through section 3.1 is this matching thing was giving folks a little bit of trouble. So this video is to help you out if that was something that you wanted some help on. Okay, so to chat about that, I have this figure over here that has two parallel lines, K and L, that are cut by a transversal, just like the cards on the matching. Now, these parallel lines and transversals have the numbers. Your cards don't, the numbers for the angles, but you can kind of just look at that spatially on yours without the numbers. If you really want to, feel free to number your cards, but I don't think you're going to need to. So on that blue piece of paper, there are 4 vocab terms. Corresponding is kind of the first one up in the top left. So let's chat about that one first. So if we're thinking about corresponding angles, what we're talking about there is angles that are in the same position but on different parallel lines. So let's do an example here. I'm going to grab my highlighter and I'm going to say, okay, if I'm looking at this, let's call it an intersection here, where the transversal M crosses the parallel line K. There are kind of 4 positions, and those are represented by the angles 1, 2, 5, and 6. So I'm going to look at this top left position represented by angle 1, kind of in the top left of that intersection. Now if I go to the other parallel line, L, and I look at that intersection and I find the top left of that intersection, that's going to be angle 3. So angle 1 and angle 3 are corresponding. Now since there are 4 positions in that intersection, there's going to be 4 sets of corresponding angle. So we're going to look at the top right, 2 and 4 are going to correspond. And if I look at the bottom left, 5 and 7 will be corresponding. If I look at the bottom right, 6 and 8 will be corresponding. So what I would suggest right now is pausing this video so that you can cut out your cards and find all of the corresponding ones. Find all of the ones that would either be represented by like these 2 green, or these 2 yellow, or these 2 blue, or these 2 pink. So find those cards first and glue those onto the corresponding angle section. And then restart the video. Or not restart, but then start the video again. Okay. Okay, so now let's take a look at one of the other terms that's on that blue sheet. It is the one on the bottom left, and same side interior. Yeah. And what that means by interior is inside parallel lines. So if I'm thinking about inside the parallel lines, I'm thinking about between the parallel lines. So let's just color in that space really quickly to really define it. So if I'm talking about inside the parallel lines, let's get a bigger pen here. I'm talking about this space here, the space that's inside the parallel lines. So all of this space that's inside the parallel lines. That's what I'm talking about when I'm saying interior. Okay, so now we got a feel for interior. The same side stuff is really easy. You're either this side of the transversal, so those 2 are same side, interior, inside. Or the other side, if you had both there, those are both also on the same side of the transversal inside the parallel lines. So that one's a really nice, easy one. And again, what I would recommend is leaving this picture up, but pausing the video, cutting out the cards, and finding all of the ones that match that same side interior. All right, so now that we have the same side interior, let's think about the alternate interior. So what that's going to look like here is alternate, I can't spell, interior. So interior means the same thing inside the parallel lines. So just like we did last time, we can grab our highlighter here and think about, okay, what is that space inside the parallel line look like? That's going to be this space here. Inside the parallel line. Now, alternate just means one angle on one side of the transversal and the other angle on the other side of the transversal. So alternate would be like 2, because that's on the top side of the transversal, and 7, because that's on the bottom side. So it's on the different sides, but both those angles are inside the parallel lines. Not too bad. And then your other option for alternate interior angles would be 6 and 3. They're on different sides of the transversal, but both still inside the parallel lines. Again, pause the video. Go ahead and fill in those matching cards on your blue piece of paper there. And then there'll be one set of cards left. So you'll probably be able to recognize all of those as that last one let's see if we can get there. So if I pull up one last time the set of lines, parallel lines of the transversal, and I want to know about alternate exterior angles. So we just talked about alternate interior being angles inside the parallel lines but on different sides of the transversal. So alternate exterior is kind of going to be the opposite of that. We are going to be looking at the space outside, the exterior of the parallel lines. So like here and here. So the outside of the parallel lines. But alternate still means the same thing. Different sides of the transversal. So the alternate exterior angles on this picture would be 1. And then on the other side of the transversal, 8. And then that other set, that last set here, would be 5. On the other side of the transversal, 4. And so those are your alternate exterior. I hope this helps you fill in that blue paper and have a better understanding of the angles that are formed by two parallel lines and a transversal.